Hi there friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Minna. I live in Helsinki, Finland with my two cats, Astrid and Frodo, and I knit a lot. This is Minna Makes Stuff, where I talk about my knitting. So welcome. Today is 10th of November 2025 and it's gloomy in Helsinki. And I feel it's been gloomy like a month or so. At least that's how it feels. Daylight saving is it's just the worst. Yeah. It makes, for my point of view, it makes the day feel even shorter than it is. So I don't know. It's not helping me. Anyway. Rainy, still not that cold, rather windy though. Leaves are almost gone, I think, but there's still some color in the nature, which is really good, but we are definitely going towards the really dark and gray season. Before snow. I hope we get some snow at some point. But I think recent years snow has come to Helsinki anyway only in January. So let's see. Anyway, that's the weather report. I'm drinking some decaf coffee because I'm trying to once again drink less caffeine. It's been going like okay so far. Not sure how wise thing this is to do when we are approaching the darkness, but hey ho, I'll try. Okay, so I have few finished objects. Last time I had started a the pattern is Maggie Cardigan. It's by the PetiteKnit. I'm not sure if there is a pattern for sweater, like similar to the cardigan, but sweater sometimes there is in patterns. However, I just modified the cardigan pattern and started a sweater that looked like this. Yeah, I believe I said something like, let's see if there is enough yarn and then I'll burn the bridges if I have to. Well, I had to. There was not enough yarn and I tried everything to go with these colors. I actually even took a little video where I am taking out all my, well, basically all my yarn and like seeing what color would fit this. Since this is made out of leftovers or scraps or anyway yarns that I do not have like sweater quantity. So I had to add something. And yeah, I'll show you how that goes. I will put the little video. It's edited out about 50 minutes of rumble and despair. Anyways, let's see that. I have a problem. Yarn is not going to be enough for long sleeves and the cuff. It's probably only enough for the cuffs, for the sleeves and for the hem if I stick to keeping it cropped as I think I am. However, I need something at least for the sleeves and this would be the color of the cuffs. But the problem is that I feel nothing goes with this yarn or these yarns. It's impossible. I believe I've tried almost every yarn I have because I would like to keep kind of the original idea that I have. The color blocking, strong contrast, but still some coherence I believe the colors go together. But now if I am adding this, it won't work. It's too be stripy, too green, too light, too much. It's too much. Lovely Zauberball Crazy, you are going to have to be dismissed. Another Zauberball Crazy, lovely, vibrant pink, violet, purple, red tones. Yet it's too happy and vibrant and too bright. I mean, kind of, why not? But it takes away the original idea of the coloring. So no, something hand-dyed, unraveled from another project. I like this a lot also, but it's too much circus, too much marshmallow, too much confetti. So no, well, not enough. Yeah, not enough, but too lame. Lovely, but not for this project. Kind of. I mean, if my life depended to just pick some yarn for this, then there's a good candidate. But it's not the perfect one, I think. It's a no after all, I believe. It's a no. No. Just no. This is it has long color report, kind of rainbowy, just no. Oh, hedgehog fibers, sock yarn. I love this skein. Filigree is the colorway if anyone's interested. Kinda, but I kinda also have another plans for this skein. So no, we're not going to do that. Weird leftovers. I don't hate this either. It changes the look, but it's not terrible. It might be a bit too much though. Maybe no. Oh, kind of. It would go better without the black, or less, or with less black. Goes together. I mean, I think here's where it collides. Also changes the look quite a lot. But maybe similar as this, if my life would depend on it, and it would be lovely to use leftovers. But it's not. I mean, I would not want to make compromises with this because I like the design so far so much. And now if I put in some random whatever, it won't work anymore, and I don't want to waste this. So maybe my hand spun, well, kinda. It's only because of this, maybe. Yeah. No. More of my hand spun. Oh well, hello there. This could work. Only there is definitely not enough of this. So I would have to pair it with something. No. No. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Unless fixed or mixed with something. Lovely little leftover. But no, maybe off-white, drops merino something, I think, or baby merino. No, I don't remember what this is. But no, it's really lame. But it kind of works. It would kind of keep the original idea, but no. Gray, boring. No, my hand-dyed stuff unraveled from somewhere else. It's too different. Maybe or no. It's just going to be awful. Like one row with this, one row with this. Stripey, stripey, stripe, and then cuffs. It's a thought, not the best one, but it's a thought. Maybe. Another Ilun sinkku, 100% merino wool, I think. The same yarn base than the yellow one. They go nicely together. These would go kind of go together, but it's a little lame for this. I also like this yarn a lot, but it's a no. Drops Fabel. Actually, it's not bad. I like this strong contrast. There's strong contrast also. Probably this is not enough either, as is. No, just no. Also Ilun sinkku, also lovely color as is, like turquoise, blue, kind of, but also no. Oh, the green works. The blue, there's some collision. No, my hand dyed turquoise. Actually, no, but no. This is probably, it's not enough. It's my hand spun, weird little sample. I just want to kind of see if the colors would work, because I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but it won't work. Not sure why. It's too something. My hand dyed wool and hand spun variegated. There's a whole bunch of meterage, so I could pick the purple part or the blue part, and there's a little bit green, but it would probably be the purple. But I would also kind of want to use this whole yarn to one project, because it's maybe a bit precious, but the purple works, I think. Could work, maybe, but not this cane. Gray. I mean, if I wouldn't have anything else, and if I want to play it safe, that's okay. It's a little bit boring though. At the same time, I don't want it to be too jump out like, and at the same time, I don't want it to be boring, but maybe. And there would be enough to probably knit the sleeves full length, and if I would want to make a full length or not cropped body, I could do that. There's more of this somewhere. So I guess maybe, well, another white, kind of. If there would be stripe of this between this and this, like only one or another row of this or something, so that it won't change straight from this to this. Maybe, but not really. You see? This is impossible. No, it's just no. Lighter gray, very boring. No. Red. Again, it changes, it's a little bit, but I believe it's going to change anyways if this middle color is not going to be black, and I don't have black to use here, so it's going to change anyways. But I don't hate this. It could work. It's not the best one, but it's just maybe. We are running out of options. I was almost landed on one solution already, and it's here, but I'm iffy with this also. I have ton of leftovers. They are dyed together. These were socks, and I believe the other one has been in washing machine with too much heat, and the color has faded. And the other one has probably been washed hand all the time. So that's why the difference, even though they are same yarn. So if I'm using these, I would probably have to stripe them. One row, and hope that it doesn't look too stripy, because they are kind of close together anyway. Still, even though the color has faded. That could be solution for the sleeves and then cuffs with this. Also, I found this is Zauberball something. I could, and it's really thin, I think this is fingering weight, so I would probably have to knit that double. Actually, they're not too far apart, but maybe this double and stripe this with these. This alone won't be enough either way, and also there's a lot of black or dark brown, so it's not all purple. Now that I'm looking at it, I would like to ditch these and go with those, but these are not enough. And also there is this one pinkish left over. I could stripe it there too, but I also at the same time I would like to avoid making stripes. I mean visible stripes. I don't mind trying to blend yarns together, but this will look stripy and these together will look stripy. These maybe I could pull it off, but yeah, this was the best I got this far, and I'm not sure about it. So there's still some yarn, so let's continue. Let's keep this in a maybe section. More gray again, maybe, but okay, maybe we have one gray there already. Well, let's put that there too. I'm not sure what's this color, like light magenta maybe. I don't hate it. Maybe I don't. I'm going to take this off to just to see the color. It's so weird. I don't hate this either. Actually, this contrast is it's really really nice. Again, maybe there could be a I don't know, should I make another row of these little dots or balls here? It was not in the original plan, so, and it will take some yarn, so there's going to be like really thin cuffs and hem, but it could tie the whole thing together a bit better if there is a little this. I don't know. Am I already getting? Am I blind to everything? Still, it's a maybe. Another maybe yes or maybe no. With these two, I believe this because it's darker. Is that it? Maybe no. Still okay. My last hope. This is my last hope, because I thought that the purple might be the thing, so I have this Mellan Raggi, and at the same time I feel that nothing works. Absolutely nothing works. Kind of. Maybe the yarn should be dark, because if I'm going something like this, or well, these are rather dark, or it changes it too much. Did I? No, I did the white one, but it changes it too much. So I guess we're saying no to these. Okay, what about the red? It could work with the stripy, not stripy, the ball line. Maybe. Then I had this purple thing with this. It could work. My only maybe problem or worry with this is that is it going to be too busy? Even though these kind of go together, is it too busy compared to this, which is really straightforward, and this compared to that? Why this mess kind of is appealing to me? Oh boy, what about this? This is so weird. Why is this working in my head? And this, is it because Christmas is kind of coming? Is that why I think red is good? It's totally different vibe, like balanced somewhat. This jumps out. Well, it could be a thing, but I don't know. Maybe, okay, maybe I'll ditch that. Maybe. And I believe even if I chose something, I'm going to doubt myself in the next minute. I believe I'm going to have to ditch this too, because there's just not enough yarn. It would be lovely though. No, too boring. Which would be, yeah, no gray. This again. I mean, yeah, also yeah. Is it going to be weird though? Okay, I have this here. No, this is no. And I believe these are to be no also. And this, yeah. Okay, so it's down to the mess to be mixed together. Maybe I'll keep those. Everything is going in, but just to make it easier to compare, or this or this. No. Okay, is that it? I mean, but what it's going to look like? I mean, also, oh, I forgot one thing. I have this sticked, what's this, cardigan, which I have not worn much. It's a little bit too small and it's not fitting well, and since it's sticked, the yarn is kind of lost unless I figure out way to use maybe 1 meter pieces of yarn, which is not impossible, except for the sleeves, because here I've knitted in the round and there's no sticking, so I could and can and I have unraveled the sleeves, because there is, I try to show, well, maybe it shows in the body, there is some Zauberball yarn that is purple-ish, brownish, pretty yarn. Let's see if there is it that one? Well, you cannot really tell much, but since I'm so close to the absolute, like, desperate measures, and this was beyond hope anyway, I'm unraveling it, and maybe I'll dump this yarn to this pile and maybe ditch this one, so it would be more dark. And if I get enough yarn out of this sleeve and the other sleeve, can I ditch this too? So it would be these dark purples. And if I'm completely crazy and want to do something weird and silly, I could make few rows with this, but maybe not. Maybe it's just too much. So I guess that's the plan. This is impossible. I could also just leave it in the closet as is to wait for some inspiration, but the inspiration, I believe, should be completely new yarn, because I've tried everything and I do not do well with the projects lingering, or especially if there is no plan. But I'm also fighting to make stupid decisions that I'm going to regret, and then if in the worst case scenario, I believe I'm going to unravel the sleeves. First I knit them with whatever and it's not working, and then I unravel them probably by black yarn and be done with it. Is that what I should really do? Oh, I don't know. Scrap project should be fun and joyful. This is a nightmare. Could this be more safe option than that? Probably. Okay, I'll try this. Meni syteen tai saveen. So I landed on the purple mess. I tried that. It looked stripy. I ripped it out. And I was I had nothing once again. Except when I was editing that try all the colors video, there was that one pink yarn that I ditched. This is so weird. Why is this working in my head? It kind of haunted me a little. Also the light turquoise one. And then I took them back out and what to do? And I went with the pink one. And look at this. Also, because I wasn't sure how was it going to look like on these these parts. So I did a bad thing and took some black yarn out of that black yarn that I bought for a black sweater to be knitted, which I have not started yet, and I have not decided what pattern to use yet. And I crocheted a little, how do you call it? But anyway, crocheted a little something in both sleeves, here, and there is also that brown yarn, and I've crocheted over it. And also, I don't think the camera picks it up, and you cannot see it like in real life either very well, but there is also a line of black crochet. Oh, and it's blurry. Anyways, just to add detail or coherence or something, I think it kind of works. And I think the pink thingy works. If I had, or if I'd do something differently, I would pick smaller needle for this yarn. It is, I believe it's Mellan Raggi something, and because this is thinner yarn, it's Ilun sinkku, and I've knitted them, I think, 4.5 millimeter needle. And since the pink yarn is much more like puffy and thick, I don't know, maybe it's neither here or there if it would make any difference. And I believe I'm the only one who even thinks about it. But that's just, yeah, one thing. Yeah, also I've started it with the Maggie, like you first knit the back panel. Probably you can't see a thing because it's black, but anyway, you knit the back panel, I believe, then front panel and sleeves. Yeah, it's like kind of raglan, but not really. But the sleeves are not knitted separately. I mean, they are not like fitted here, they are knitted at the same time, but you have to first knit the back and then something here and then the whole thing in the round, and then you separate the sleeves and so on. So, well, technically it's not raglan, but I really like the fit. I'll try to take a video where I try this on and you'll see. Yeah, and I'm really happy that it's now done. What a pain in the butt it turned out to be. However, and yes, it's not what I was going for originally. Like I was not going for the pink thingy, and yes, it's different, but it's good. I mean, that's my honest opinion. It turned out good. And yes, one more thing, because I don't know what to do. So here I have the crochet detail, and here I don't. And I don't think it necessarily needs it. So I think I'll wear it for a bit and see if that bothers me or not. And I'm even thinking, should I take these out too? Like, is it unnecessary? But I don't think I'm gonna do that. But yes, sweater finished. Good. I only need dresses to wear with this. And I've tried to, a little sidetrack, I'm trying to find nice skirts and dresses, like basic black stuff to wear with the sweaters like this. I'm scrolling Alander and whatnot, and you would think that it had things like that there. But this, maybe I'm picky, I don't know. I should probably sew them myself. But we'll see about that. I'm not that talented shoeist. Sewer is a thing where the dirty water goes, right? Anyway, but maybe I'll try, because it seems impossible to find a fitting basic piece. Anyways, it's done, and I think it turned out great. Also, it's really lightweight until it hits this pink yarn. You can really feel that this is different yarn weight. This is maybe fingering weight yarn, and this is maybe DK. Anyway, I mean, it could have been lightweight, like chic little piece. Now there is weight here, but I don't believe it matters in any. It doesn't matter. Just observation. But good for me. I'm happy that it's done. And I'm filming here because I'm trying to make the most of the so-called daylight, and my ring light is dying, so yeah, that's why I'm sitting here. And I think this light, it showcases my rosacea cheeks, like my red cheeks that I am not a fan of, but I'm not going to care about that. To the next thing. I watched a video, Finnish knitting podcasters called, I think it's PetiteKnit, or it will be on the screen. Oh God, I know their names. Is it Aino? But other one of them had a little like autumn special, and she went through all of her scarves and like accessories for the winter and autumn, and she then sort of realized that I could use a bit more like lightweight scarves or whatever, and I thought that was a clever thing to do, like do a little inventory. And I have the same need. I've lost one of my nice little like more lightweight scarves, and it was knitted with I think Schoppel wool something. It was really pretty dark, light green and light pink, and like, well, maybe a little bit spring type colors, but anyway, I've lost that. And I don't have that many like in the middle scarves. So I thought that, well, let's knit a scarf. I picked up some of my hand spun and started the pattern is Nurmilintu. It is by Heidi Alander, and the original pattern has also a lace, but I left that out and just made a pretty basic, and it's a free pattern, Nurmilintu. Yeah, basic pattern with my lovely hand spun. I think these are mostly merino, or merino silk. And well, good scarf. Like, yes, why not? But it's not lightweight. It's warm and it's thick. Well, now I have a scarf. One more scarf that I didn't really need, but I'm not going to rip it out because I believe I'm going to use it. So yeah, but it didn't go as planned. I realized this at some point when I was making it. Oh yeah, this is probably the so-called right side. So there is a little bit striping there. But then I just went with it. Yeah, I'll show. And the other side looks like this. So yeah, not so obvious stripes here. Anyway, good little knit. Also, I forgot to say what I'm wearing. I am wearing Dibiasky by McLean. It's a free pattern in Ravelry. I've knitted it 50% the yarn, that is 50% merino and 50% cotton. And I've modified the pattern a lot because, okay, can I show it? Because it is written for a thicker yarn, but I wanted to knit it with this, and there is, the hem is just white after here. So I've modified it quite a bit, but good knit. I like this a lot. Okay, then I've started one new thing, and then I have something that I sewed. I have a feeling that I'm pronouncing that like it's not supposed to, but I cannot help it. I have an accent to the knitting. I found a pattern in Vinted. Someone was selling this. It is Clio sweater and skirt by Sandnes Garn. Pattern number 250402. There, but I believe it's backwards. Anyways, I paid 3.5 euros. I think the original price is 6 or 7 euros. And you can only buy this, I believe, if you buy Sandnes Garn yarn. And someone else had done that, and then they sold the pattern separately. So that's how I got it. I've been eyeing this pattern earlier, and in the Vinted also. I've seen this once before, and then I didn't buy it, and someone else bought it. But no, I took it. And I've started the sweater. It is, I believe the pattern uses yarn called Line. I believe it has to be Sandnes Garn yarn, which is 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. 15 grams, 50 gram balls, and 110 meters of yarn. However, I'm using this Zauberball Crazy colorway Fliederduft, color number 1699, and I am striping it with Pirtin Kehräämö Kampalanka, which is like combed wool yarn, and this is 420 meters per 100 grams, and this is, I believe, 360 meters per 100 grams. So they're close enough for me anyway. And my gauge is a bit off. I think I had more stitches per 10 centimeters than I should have. So I took one I took a bigger size than I would have normally. And now I'm thinking, did I do some other adjustments? And I took a little bit smaller needle than I might have done otherwise. So I started, because this also, it is knitted flat at first, started from the back, and here the sleeves are knitted separately. So when I'm knitting flat, back and forth, my gauge is more loose than if I'm knitting in the round. So I've knitted the flat part with 3 millimeter needles, and when I separate for the sleeves and I'm knitting in the round, now I have 3.5 millimeter needles to because otherwise, anyway, to kind of make it work even though my gauge changes. And I've separated for the sleeves. Here it is. Oh, and I also did knit the neckline, but I believe it's way too small. I was a little iffy with that at the first place. This is the back side, and I believe I'm going to have to take it out and knit it again. And I've done some small changes for the pattern, and funny thing, the pattern didn't give you the row gauge, it gave you only the stitch gauge. So I believe I'm also having like too many rows in 10 centimeters, which would explain why this neckline feels too small, like it's not deep enough. But I also, maybe when I picked stitches from here, I then adjusted the stitch count according to pattern, and that was probably a mistake. It came because if it was a little bit too small in the beginning, and then I made it even smaller just to knit it according to pattern. So I should have thought it a better. Well, I'm probably knitting it again. I'll try this. No, I can't. But it's really, I mean, yes, I could wear it, but it's really high and it's really, I wouldn't say it's tight, but it definitely is next to skin here, and it might get a little bit uncomfortable. But there is possibility that when I'm blocking this, it would maybe relax just a little bit so that it would be more comfortable to wear. Also, when the sleeves are there, they will like, because there's a weight, it will like pull it down a bit, because now it's like very, very high up. So we'll see. But I think this looks so nice. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to make the skirt too. And I have 2 balls of this Fliederduft, and I am not certain that it will be enough. I will have enough of the gray yarn, this Pirtin Kehräämö yarn, but this I'm not sure. But I have a backup plan because, yeah, I'm yarn chicken, always the game of yarn chicken. I have this Zauberball Crazy. This is color Drachenauge, color number 2528. So they're not like exactly siblings or twins, but I believe I could make it work. I think what I would do is use this yarn, knit the hem of the sweater, and then in the end of the sleeves kind of gradually change to this. Then hopefully I would have some left of this. I would start the skirt striping with this and then gradually change to this. So the end of the sleeves and end of the skirt hem would be this yarn. Who knows? Not me, because I don't count these things beforehand. Yeah, however, that's the plan. And in the original pattern, the like necklines and ends of the sleeves are done with the darker color, and I decided to knit them with that gray color because I have more that gray color. Also, when you have stripy yarn like this, you never know unless you like chop the yarn so that you have similar color to use, like both sleeves, in the neckline, in the hem, and in the hem of the skirt. So I'll just use the gray one. But yeah, I really like these. Oh my goodness, I think it will be so cute, even though I'm going to have to knit the neckline again, but there you go. It's not that big of a deal, and it's also it's like folded, so I don't know if that changes it in even more, but yeah, I'll do something. It's I can make it work. Yeah, that's that. Then I sewed a, yeah, I've been thinking for a while that I would want to have a sort of like dressing gown or bathrobe, but not actual bathrobe because I don't have suitable fabric for that, but dressing gown, morning gown. And I've had some time this circus fabric, which is, the other side is like checkers of some sort, and other side is it's like blanket, probably mostly artificial fibers. I believe in this side there may be some cotton, but this side definitely is I don't know what. Yeah, so I made dressing gown, and it's difficult to show, so I'll try to take some video of me wearing it. Anyway, really basic, large sleeves, long hem, and oh yeah, nice little detail, I don't have white yarn or thread for my serger, so all the seams look like this. But it's a functional because I was not making anything royal. I just wanted something to wear. So now I have some. Also, I would like to tell you, if you ever watch videos that like tips for sewing, or what's good to know, if I only knew this before I ever started. And one of the tips you see really often is do not sew when you are tired. So this is the kind of the edge of the long front piece. I didn't, the yarn, okay, knitting is bugging my brain. Knitting terminology. I didn't have long enough pieces of this fabric, so I had to attach them, and I did. And well, I should have picture of this. I had a black seam over here. It didn't look too good, so I did a zigzag over it with white thread, and it's lumpy and whatnot, but I'm not going to care. I mean, well, anyway, happy with this. One of these days, or let's say maybe these years, I'm going to make another one with some a little more sophisticated fabric, and maybe use more time and effort in the planning, and maybe fit the yarn of my serger to the project, the color of the thread. Anyways, I believe that's everything. Is that everything? Okay, it was everything. Good. Yeah, I'll go edit this. I'll keep knitting. I hope, I mean, I have high hopes for this. I really hope that this turns out nice and cute and wearable. So also, I would really like to start the black sweater and decide the pattern, but I'm not there yet. Yeah, one thing at a time ish, like, or kind of, or most of the time it's one thing at a time. Yeah, okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you hopefully in a not too distant future, and yeah, more knitting talk coming later. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.